Hey guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name is The Lady Designer, and in this video we are going to talk about my top 10 wishing list of animals I would like to see added in Planet Zoo still. I know a lot of people keep asking me this, and if I am excited about the upcoming packs, well, that just really depends, because you can tell from this top 10 list of animals that most of these animals are very specific animals, and I am not entirely sure if we will see them being added into the game still. But I will talk a little bit more about that at the end of this video. So without further talking, let's go and jump into my top 10 of animals I would still like to see being added in Planet Zoo. And obviously, make sure to share your top 10 of animals in the comments down below, because it is always a lot of fun to see how different opinions we all have. And it also does show how hard it actually is for Frontier to decide what kind of animals they should be adding into the game. I really look forward to reading all your top 10 list of animals in the comments down below. Now, very quickly before we jump into this wish list video, I would like to thank our fantastic sponsor of the channel, Instant Gaming, because at Instant Gaming you can get many of your most favorite games with a really good discount. Games like Planet Zoo, The Sims, City Skylines, Planet Coaster, Jurassic World Evolution, Farming Simulator, and so many other really great games. And by buying via their website, you will get a great discount, and you will also be supporting the channel. I will make sure to put a link to their website in the description of this video and in the pinned message of the comment section, so you can easily find it. So number 10, a super interesting creature that I have never seen before in real life, but really hope I will someday, is the shoebill. I think it was only just a few years ago when I saw a YouTube video popping up of this amazing bird. Not only do they look super fascinating, but they also seem to make some very funny sounds, of which I don't even know how to explain the noises that they make. So I can only really advise to look up some videos and see for yourself. As for the animal itself, not per se being a flying bird animal, I do find it reasonable that Frontier might be adding this bird still in the game. However, as it's an African animal and we already have so many African animals in the game, and we already got an African pack, I am not entirely sure if the shoebill will make it to Planet Zoo. I would still see it being added in some type of birds or aviaries pack, or maybe like a swamp pack or something like that, where it would still fit into. Nonetheless, I do really hope Frontier will find a way to add this incredible creature to the game as well. So number 9, nurse sharks. If we ever get an aquarium pack, then obviously very high on my list there will be a nurse shark, or pretty much any type of shark that could be kept in captivity. I unfortunately really have my doubts if we will ever see some kind of aquarium pack in the game. I will keep a tiny bit of hope that Frontier is working on some kind of aquarium, or maybe something like an Atlantic pack or Pacific Oceans pack, adding some more full aquatic animals where sharks would fit into super nicely as well. That would be just so amazing. So number 8, it won't be a surprise that I'm adding flying birds on my list. I really would like to see a different type of macaw species being added, not only because they are just so beautiful and colorful, but also due to the cute noises that they make. I really think it would be such a great addition to have macaws in your zoo and hear all the noises that they make, really bringing your zoo to life. Like, macaws are 4 sea animals and mostly live in Central and South America, Mexico, and the Caribbean. So a pack fitting these type of regions, or like an actual birds or aviaries pack, would fit best to add these beautiful birds in my opinion. But yeah, we have to wait and see if that is going to happen. Number 7, another bird I would love to see added is the Toko toucan. With this beautiful bird living in Central and Eastern South America, this bird could obviously be added in these region type of packs, or of course an aviary or birds pack. I think this bird is definitely a must to be added in the game if we will ever get any flying birds. No doubt about that. Number 6, ray fish. I don't really have a preference which one. Could be an eagle ray, blue spotted ray, southern stingray, a manta ray, and so on. You guys know by now how much I would love to see an aquarium or like a deep sea type of pack with full aquatic animals, and surely any type of ray fish should not be excluded in these packs. So if Frontier is secretly still working on full aquatic animals, I really do hope for some ray fish that will be added into the game as well. An African bird that I actually do find very likely to be added in Planet Zoo still is a secretary bird, although I was very surprised that it wasn't added in the recent Grasslands Animal Pack, for example, of which I think it would have been a perfect fit. The only reason why I'm not entirely sure that we will still see this bird being added is simply due to the fact that we already have so many African animals by now that I do find it pretty unlikely that we would see maybe a savanna pack still, for example. But who knows, there might still be an animal pack in the making where the secretary bird would fit in very nicely. We really just have to wait and see. But for some reason, I still feel like the secretary bird is definitely one of those birds what Frontier is still working on, but I can't really tell what kind of pack it would still fit into. Do you guys have any ideas or suggestions? Do let me know in the comments down below. So number 4, a bird that I also doubt will be added in Planet Zoo, but hey, I still hope my feeling is wrong here, obviously. But one of the birds I really would like to see being added is the Australian bird, the kookaburra. Now, in case you didn't know, the kookaburra is one of the most funny birds of the world, in my opinion, as it makes super hilarious noises that sounds like if they are laughing out loud. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then please do make sure to go and find a video about that right now on YouTube and get back here and tell me what you think of the kookaburra and their funny laughing sounds. It's obvious that for these laughing noises, I would love to see these birds being added in Planet Zoo to just go insane when building aviaries for these guys and just constantly hear them laughing, and you're like, oh my god, my brain can't handle it anymore. Like the same type of feeling that we got with the, I don't know how you call it, the sounds of the Arctic fox, for example. They can drive you absolutely nuts. I think a bird like a kookaburra would do the same, and I would laugh just so hard hearing them constantly in my zoo. I would love that. And well, as it's an Australian bird and we already have an Australian and Grasslands pack, maybe this one could be added in the most wanted birds or aviaries pack, but it could also fit in something like a forest pack, for example. But yeah, I do really hope, of course, that it's not going to be an exhibit animal, but really just a habitat animal. But we just have to wait and see if in general we will ever be seeing any flying birds into the game, which I still really hope. Number 3, I always was already fascinated by sea turtles and marine turtles, but now that I actually swam with them in Curacao last year, I love these guys even more. They're just so freaking beautiful and cute looking, and I think they would be such a great addition to Planet Zoo. And since they are pretty much semi-aquatic animals and are found pretty much in most of the world's oceans, apart from like the cold polar seas, I think they would pretty much fit any type of pack with a reference to something aquatic, like for example an Atlantic or Indian Oceans pack, or something a bit less aquatic, giving more variety in animals like a Pacific or maybe a Mediterranean pack could also definitely work. I do think that there is some hope still to see semi-aquatic animals like a sea turtle being added into the game, and clearly I am then talking about a habitat or aquarium animal and not as an exhibit animal. By the way, if you want to see my snorkeling adventures with the sea turtles I had last year in Curacao, definitely do make sure to go to my Instagram account with the link in the description of this video, or just find me as the Lady Designer on Instagram, obviously. So number 2, I would really love to see a walrus being added into the game. These creatures are just so big and fascinating. I do have some hopes for this animal to still being added into the game. Like, it's a semi-aquatic animal, so it could fit normal packs or like the animal packs that we are getting right now. Maybe something like a North Pole pack, or like an Arctic or Atlantic Ocean pack, or maybe something like the Northern Hemisphere pack. I don't know, something imagine this theme could definitely match with a walrus being added into the game. And since we have like seals and California sea lions, I think there is a high chance still to see a walrus being added, and I will just be super excited to see a walrus being added into the game. So yeah, Frontier, please give me a walrus. I'll be so happy with that. And then number 1, the animal I would love to see the most still in Planet Zoo is a manatee, also known as sea cow. Little fun fact here, the Dutch name for a manatee is Lamantijn or zeekoe, which Lamantijn is just so different from the name manatee. That is just simply a great example again of how different an animal name can be in a different language. I'm just super curious, like, can you guys tell me how you would call a manatee in your language? Just for funsies, let me know in the comments down below. Like, in general, I just really would love to see manatee being added in Planet Zoo, but surely this would be an animal that will probably be part of a aquarium or like a full aquatic animal pack. So yeah, I'm not sure if that still is going to happen, but I will keep hoping for a miracle still at this point, obviously. But yeah, with these top 10 animals being a selection of my most wanted animals, including flying birds and full aquatic animals, of which I in general obviously would love to see a lot more of in Planet Zoo, I do realize that most animals of this list probably won't be added in the game anymore before they will end the development of this game, which I believe will be either at the end of this year or maybe somewhere halfway of the next year. So that means there are probably 3 more packs this year, with the first one dropping probably at the end of this month, so June 2023. Then the next one we will probably see in September or October of this year, and then we have another one in December, and maybe another pack or 2 in 2024 if we are lucky. So we have to wait and see about that and keep our fingers crossed for that, obviously. But yeah, it doesn't leave that much space anymore for that many different type of animals. So if they still want to decide to add flying birds or full aquatic animals, I feel like they have to start now, because there are just so many animals that should still be added into the game, you know what I mean? So yeah, to everyone asking me if I am excited about the next packs, well, yes, if we will finally see flying birds and full aquatic animals being added, or there will be a pack adding another animal of this top 10 wish list, then I definitely will be very excited for sure. But at the moment, the recent packs feel a little bit too much of the same for me, so right now I am just going with the flow, I guess, but it's not really sparking and triggering my creativity that much anymore with these same type of animals, unfortunately, which is really a pity. And I am curious, who of you feels the same at this point? Do let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you all think of my top 10 animals wish list. And of course, please do share with me your top 10 wish list of animals that you would like to see added into the game as well. Also, make sure to leave a like at the video if you guys enjoyed, and subscribe of course if you haven't already. Yeah, I just really do hope to see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye guys!